Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. As you guess, quarterbacks on the topic of a lot of people's minds.
Hey, Dave, Frank from Cleveland. A couple things. I like how Deion Sanders is backtracking on his words that son will play for certain teams. Now that he knows his son's falling in the draft, he's good with any team. Number two, why don't the Browns start drafting from big schools like Georgia, Ohio State? They're football producing NFL player colleges. Andrew Berry might have to go back to Howie Roseman and take over General Manager 101. All right, let me know your thoughts, Dave. I love you, brother. You and the family be safe, and have a good one.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. I guess Andrew Berry's drafted from bigger schools, SEC and some Ohio State guys. So I get it. I understand the concerns with the Big 12.
That is another one for me. And, compared to other receivers, and it's hard to compare Hunter to anyone in this class. Let's be honest. He is that as a wide receiver, that probably ahead of everybody else. I do question the competition a little bit. I think though part of this, and, certainly, with that voice message, look, you see some of these great players that were drafted from these schools in the last few years, but the Browns just didn't have a shot. If you're not, 1 second-round pick in the last 3 years, regardless of what school they went to, the Browns were missing out on a lot of the top talent in the class in the draft. And, it certainly helps. I mean, you look at a team like the Eagles and, it seems like they have a great, appreciation of the Georgia program. They're constantly, bringing in players, from the Georgia program who have been all successful for them. It'll be interesting to see, where maybe the Browns' tendencies are as they get, in an opportunity here to start drafting, more top 50 players over, the next couple of years. A lot of people will tell you, certainly you scout the player. You don't necessarily scout the helmet. But I kind of do agree with what he said because, if these guys are playing for programs that are usually in the top of the country year in, year out, you kind of get a feeling that when they come into the building, they kind of know what the expectation is, because it wouldn't be that big of a change from the program you were at, which was great in college, from, what the NFL program is hoping for you, to come in and what the expectation is for you to act like a pro and that, this is a situation where our team wants to be successful.